Hey guys, Miss Bourne here. Today I am here to demonstrate how to do this value worksheet. So value is an element of art. Those are the most basic parts of visual art. And value is the lightness or darkness of a color. So we're going to do a light to show the lightness and darkness with a drawing pencil. So the very first square, I'm going to just leave white because that is our lightest value and the paper is already white. The next square, I'm going to draw slightly gray. I'm barely going to touch the paper with my pencil. I'm going to go back and forth so it's nice and smooth. And I'm going to go the same direction. I'm started going diagonal, so the whole square is going to be colored in diagonal. I'm using the side of the pencil because it covers more area, making small kind of circular marks. I'm touching very lightly. So with shading with regular pencil, you're mostly depending on pressure, like how hard you push. Now I'm going to grab a paper towel and I'm going to blend that so it's nice and smooth, nice and light. Okay, so I did my lighter color. Now, a lot of people just go lighter and lighter from here, but I find it easier if I do my lightest color and the darkest color. I just have to make sure the other ones fit between. So I'm going to go to my darkest color. So I'm going to push as hard as I can without breaking my pencil, and I'm going to cover every last speck of paper, every inch of paper. Want to make it as dark as possible. Yet again, I'm still going the same direction. If you start going vertical, go vertical all the way across. If you make your marks diagonal, go diagonal all the way, like I'm doing diagonal all the way. You want to fill out all the way to the edges. If you do horizontal, go horizontal all the way. Make it consistent. We're coloring in a flat area. Now look, you can see here I lost a little bit of pressure, so I need to go back over where I went before and continue to press really firmly, getting it as dark as I possibly can. If you need to go over it a couple times to get it darker, you can. Go along the edges. This is the only time I'm going to change direction, is going along the very, very, very skinny edge. Now I'm going to see I need to color in the middle here. That's not as dark. Make sure it's nice and covered. The paper is taking as much of the pencil as it possibly can. Okay, I'm trying to think. I don't know if I can get much darker than this. Okay, so the next square, I'm going to make it pretty dark, but not as dark as this first one. So I'm going to press like medium firm. And it's okay if I go into this next square as long as I don't get too dark in there, because I just want this to be a shade lighter than what I'm working on. I'm gonna get a little darker because I want to make sure I can get lighter for these two. So I want not as dark as this, but pretty dark. So I'm gonna go back over, filling the whole thing, pressing kind of firmly, but not as hard as here. Going back over. Okay. So the biggest key is I want a clear difference between this color and this color. As long as this color is lighter than the one it is next to, then I'm good. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to go just a little bit lighter. I want to make sure this area is lighter than that one. Yet again, coloring over the whole square, keeping my marks consistent. I'm gonna go over it one more time. It looks like maybe I got a little too dark here when I colored outside the line, so I'm gonna pick that up a little bit, make it cleaner. I just wanna make sure it's clearly lighter than this one. Okay, now this one's probably gonna be the hardest one. I want a shade that's in between this one and this one. So I'm gonna press pretty light. But I need to make sure it's darker than this one. I want an in-between medium light color here. I'm gonna blend it to smooth it out some. I think I need to go just a pinch darker with this one because these are almost the same in the middle. So it's always easier to go darker than it is to go lighter. So I'm gonna go just a pinch darker with this one. Okay, there I think I have it. I've gone to dark, from dark to light with colored pencil. So go ahead and give it a try, and I look forward to seeing your work.